This is One-on-One. There she is, Pamela Rose, certified life and career coach. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
How
are you?
I'm doing great. You need to be more enthusiastic.
Okay.
You were just telling me right before we came on the air, because I was arguing with you that one of your bullet points that we'll get to in a minute,
right,
is that you can't change, that people can't, you can't change people.
You can't change another person.
But yeah. I said, yes, you can.
Yes, and I said, that's baloney.
No, it's not what you said. You said something that was more forceful, but I got the point. Can we first understand, before we start putting up these bullet points?
Sure.
Life coach. Mm-hmm. What the heck does it mean?
Well, it's funny because I came to life coaching before anyone knew what a life coach was. And so when I came to my life coach, that's exactly what I asked her. And she said, well, basically what it is it's kind of like a champion in your corner to help you to make life work more for you.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing. So much of our lives are us working against ourselves. And the thing is that life is now so complicated. I swear it's these phones and the internet has made, yes, on some level our lives easier, but in a lot of ways it's made it much more difficult from a human perspective. We've become human doings instead of human beings.
And by the way, before we go any further, the name Peter?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was named after my mother. That's the short story.
Full name?
My mother's full name is Petronella Gerardina van Vloten. That was her original.
Somehow I knew that.
Yeah.
And the background is?
My mom is Dutch, and there was a German carnival song called I Have a Sister Named Peter, so her original name of Petronella was shortened to Peter because she was born during World War II.
You have
during
an
the
amazing
Nazi
story already.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
How about this?
Yeah.
I try to figure out the difference between, in the life coaching part, where you help someone says, look, I've lost my job, or my job stinks, I don't like it. Be lucky to have a job, first of all.
Right.
But here's the other thing. How much of what you do is for someone's life, they're out of shape, they want to get healthier, versus my job sucks, whatever it is? How much of it is it, or is it both?
I think it's both, because I think you have to take it from a whole holistic point of view. You need to find out what somebody's values are, and then you need to also find out what it is they want. Because it's sort of like this. It's like, well, if you and I want to go to Alabama, let's say.
Yes. Why would we, by the way?
Why, I don't know.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
But the thing is, we could get in the car, but we would drive south, but we don't exactly necessarily know where we're going.
Right.
What a life coach does and what I do.
Don't you need a plan?
We need a plan. You need a plan of action. And so what we do is we find out what the goals are, what do you want to do, and then we set up what I like to call action steps, and that is what you need to do by the next time we have our next session.
So why don't we do this?
Okay.
Why don't we put up some of these very specific and precise recommendations that you make?
Okay.
Let's go with the first one, team. 4 strategies. Put them up there. I'm going to put my... Close your emotional windows. What are we talking about, Peter?
So what we're talking about here is that I kind of one day I was looking at my computer and I noticed I had all these programs and they were all open, but they were all reduced. And I said, you know, this is like our problems in our lives. It's that email that you have to write that you don't want to write. It's that phone call that you need to make. It might even be cleaning out your closet. It could be anything, or it's that you need to lose 15 pounds because your doctor told you your health is in danger. These are things that if we don't deal with them and we don't start to take action towards them, what happens is they take up battery life of our bodies. It's like our own battery life. Do you understand what I'm saying with that?
Sense.
So this is the thing. If we have all these little programs, what happens is that we start to get very depleted. And then what that does is that contributes to low self-esteem, because we start beating ourselves up. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing that. You know, I'm not going to the gym.
I'm not this, I'm not that. And we lose track of what we are.
Of what we are, exactly.
How, you got me thinking right now. I don't like that you're doing that.
Good.
No, it's not good.
It's not good?
I'm happy with my life and I don't like you doing that right now. Stop doing that. Let's go with the second one. You ready?
Yes.
Go with the second one. Plan out your day the night before. Mm-hmm. Why
Very
can't I
important.
wake up and simply say, all right, today's a great day.
Because
I'm going to do what I'm going to do today.
You're already in it. See, if you plan out your day the night before, what you do, and there's three parts to this. You plan out your day the night before, and what you do is you schedule. Then the next day, after you've scheduled, what you need to do is you need to obey your schedule. That's the toughie. And then at the end of the day, when you schedule your day for the next day, you need to evaluate. But this is the whole thing. While scheduling, you need to remember this one rule, which is more time, not a problem. Less time, a problem. So you want to make sure, like for example, getting here today from New York City. Now, obviously this is an interview. I wanted to make sure I got here on time. So I give myself a half an hour buffer. It said on, my Google Maps, it was going to take me 40 minutes. But I actually put an hour and 15 minutes just in case something happened.
I got to work on that.
Yes,
we all do. It creates all kinds of pressure and stress because I'm cutting it way too close.
And again, going back to our first point, what that is that becomes another window that's open. Because that stress of, okay, now I'm rushing, we have a problem there.
But here's the other thing that's not in your list, and I'm curious about this. In my list, every day, doesn't have to be written down, I have to work out in the morning at a ridiculous early time in order to be here.
Right.
You work out. Is it written down?
Absolutely. Everything
it is? You write
written
it down?
I write down making my tea and feeding my animals in the morning.
Oh, stop it. Then where's the spontaneity, Peter?
Well, okay, but the spontaneity...
What do you write down? Now it's time to be spontaneous?
No, but in the buffers.
I'm afraid of what you have on your list now. You're concerning me. Are you really saying that you have make my tea now?
Well, not make my tea, but it's like, what I have is like, okay, wake up 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 to 7:30 is time to make my tea, say hello to my husband, ask him how is, what are you doing today?
You put in there, pay attention to your husband.
Well, no, but I create the time for it because that's what's
What happens if you don't?
Well, then,
What happens if you don't create the time for it? Weeks go by, months go by, you haven't done it, bad things happen.
Well, I was married for 10 years, so then I probably wouldn't be married for 10 years because I wouldn't be spending time with my spouse.
All these people who say, we don't talk anymore.
Exactly.
We don't spend time together.
What
happened to date night? Couldn't they use a plan?
Absolutely, absolutely. But this is the thing, you schedule in the fun as well. Not only the things you do, you schedule in the fun. Remember, there's balance here.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Okay.
Because I have a plan.
Human beings, besides human, you want to be a human being, not a human doing.
Oh, hold on. You just can't drop a bomb like that. Real quick, a human being, not a
human doing. You want to be a human being, not a human doing. We're doing so much, we're not paying attention to who we are as individuals. And like you said, this is probably why the divorce rate is over 50% right now. Because we're not spending time.
I have a plan here. You're messing up my plan.
Okay, sorry.
Go up with the next one, Georgette. Are you going after what you want or what you think you want? What's the difference?
Oh, that's a biggie. This has to do with ego. Okay, and I deal a lot.
I'm sorry, you're talking to me?
No. You seem like you're okay. I'm not so
sure. You said ego, and I just paid attention.
Ego, okay. See, this is a great subject. Okay, so excuse me, ego. Well, we're dealing with: are you going after what you want or after what you think you want? I work with a lot of artists and a lot of people in the entertainment industry, and the question is that if you're going after what you want, like if you're, let's say, an actor, if you're going after what you want. Is it that you have a passion for the acting, or is it that you want the self-acceptance?
Good one.
And this
What's the difference?
Huge difference. Because first of all, the entertainment industry is an industry where you're constantly faced with rejection. So it's kind of like you're going to the hardware store for lemons.
I'll give you an example. So I love doing this. I love doing my PBS work. I love what we do here.
I can tell.
It's great. But I still have a connection
I love hammering it out with you.
But sometimes I have a connection to some other folks. I'm like, where's that network call? And I get it sometimes you don't get it.
Where's that network?
My point is you're still pursuing other things in your head that I go, you know what? I don't really want that. I just want them to call me. Mm-hmm. What is that? That's ego. But this is what I love. We have to make the difference. We have to understand the difference between what we really love and what we think gets us.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's say, I'm just going to take you. Let's say all of a sudden, I don't know, NBC, some huge network calls, but you get a bigger job, but you're not enjoying it as much as this. So what's the better job for you?
The job you enjoy.
Exactly.
By the way, will you work with me?
Yeah, of course.
I know it's hard to improve on perfection, but we could work together.
We can work.
One-on-One with Steve Aduabto has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Aduabto has been provided by Wells Fargo, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, the New Jersey Education Association, New Jersey Council of County Colleges, New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Group, PSE&G, and by Verizon Communications. Promotional support provided by the Star Ledger and NJ.com, and by the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine. One-on-One with Steve Aduabto has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.